Hello and welcome to the 42nd episode of Downtime Podcast featuring Jeremy and Alyssa. Alyssa is here today with me again.
Yeah,
Finally.
it's the first time we're recording together in a while.
Yeah, you know, life gets in the way. We get busy.
Dude, is so tiring right now. Well, it's because I've been working a lot, but man, I'm exhausted, but yeah, I'm ready to. Oh, and I'm just gonna have a disclaimer right now. I haven't been playing a lot of games because I've been working a lot. So
you know what? Me too. Me too. And you know what? How about we start with this? This is what I've been playing. I actually have not been playing Tomb Raider because I've been busy with other stuff. Okay. I haven't been playing anything else. Well, I haven't been playing Celeste either, the game that you gave me. I've actually only played.
But you have a little bit to talk about, right? With Celeste?
Yeah, I do have a little bit. But on top of that, I've also been playing Doom because levels are short, and that's the only reason why I've been playing it, because I could play it in like 20-minute segments and be okay.
Nice. Cool.
Well, with Celeste, I really, 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 really like it so far. I love platformer games, as you already know.
Okay. I was doing some research after the fact, and is that game hard?
It is very hard.
Okay, I didn't realize it was that hard.
Yeah, so I recorded myself playing it, and I uploaded it to my channel, and then there's a lot of times in one spot where I just die. Like, there's several spots where I'm just dying over and over again.
Damn.
And it is actually infamous for being a really hard platformer, but It's challenging.
For sure.
And I think I was under the impression when you got it for me that it was supposed to be like you wanted to give me a challenge, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. But now that you're telling me, I found out after the fact, I'm just like, oh man.
I just thought it was a game that you'd like, to be honest.
It is a game that I like, but it is frustrating as hell right now. Yeah, so right now, as a side note, I guess I could kind of talk about this, Lisa. We're like trying to diversify our portfolios in a way, and so I now have a channel where I will just like upload random stuff about video games. Yes. And actually, the 41st episode of Downtime Podcast is on my channel right now, so that's a thing.
Yes. Yeah, Jeremy basically opened up a channel for his own personal content as well. And it's actually not a new channel though. You've actually been using it for a while.
It says created in 2005 or 6
yeah.
on it. So I actually that's my very first YouTube channel that I ever made, and I never knew what to do with it. I uploaded a bunch of random videos to it when I was in high school, but there was just like stupid stuff that I didn't even know what I was doing. But I turned into a gaming channel in a way for a really long time, and then I took a lot of the videos off of it because it wasn't getting anywhere. But now, since we're doing this podcast and there's actually people who are listening to this, and maybe there are people that are interested in, I will be uploading various things to it, but I don't know. It's more like in the growing stages right now. It's more like a mirror of what Alyssa is doing on the main Triangle C blog channel, but it's also just me playing a video game and talking. So it really is just Let's Plays. And what I plan to do with the Celeste gameplays is I actually want to bring on different people while I'm playing, just so that they can watch me play and we can just have a conversation while we're playing. So it's not really a podcast, but it's more of like hey, watch me fail a bunch of times playing Celeste and
yay!
So I think I'll have my brother next. Maybe I'll have Jairus on, and Alyssa, I want you to come over and I want you to watch me play.
Oh my god! Okay, well,
yeah,
sounds good.
Yeah, so that's a thing that exists right now.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of podcast and like aesthetic changes coming up this month. There's not much else we could say about that, so just stay tuned. Yeah,
and as I said before, there are some things that Lisa's doing that I don't even know about, so I will also be surprised.
Yay! I haven't been playing a lot because I'm tired, and okay, so let's backtrack because it's actually been a while since we've talked.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be real right now with a lot of the podcasters. I'm going to be real with a lot of the listeners. Like, this is basically what's going on in my life. So, Olympics trumps all. So, when the Olympics were on for the past 2-3 weeks. I didn't do anything video game related. I just straight up watched the Olympics because Olympics is life. Like, I don't think people realize this, but when any sort of united sports front comes on national television, I am watching it almost 24/7 on TV, on live streams. I'm watching live curling. I'm like watching the speed skating. So to say that I'm kind of suffering an Olympic withdrawal, especially because I visited Korea too recently, and just that everything's over, it feels like I'm slowly trying to pick my life back up.
Oh my god, really?
Because I really didn't do anything except for watch the Olympics, so...
Oh my goodness.
I know. And hashtag Olympics is life, so, no regrets there at all. It was wonderful watching the Olympics.
Yeah, no, I caught my fair share of it too. I was watching ice skating, shib sibs, curling.
Dude, I fucking love the shib sibs.
I know, they're great.
They're really charming, and
they are.
I didn't know they had a YouTube channel, and I started watching a little bit of their videos. They're just fun, like, vloggers, and it's cool. It's cool watching. I didn't know that the ice skating community was really tight knit and
right.
close, which makes sense because there's not that many competitive ice skaters out there. So when you go to competitions and travel internationally, you are really seeing the same people. So
yeah.
But yeah, they have so many things with Nathan Chen and Adam Rippon, and like even the Japanese ice skater, the super pro one who got gold. Do you know him?
Oh, that guy.
Winnie the Pooh?
Hanyu
Yuzuru.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, what a graceful son of a bitch. Oh my god.
He's also like really just a good guy overall.
I saw what yeah, I didn't go stalking all these people on YouTube, but anyways.
Low key, yeah, you did.
So after his competition, I started watching a lot of his interviews, and he's very hyper. If you see a lot of his stuff, he's super smiley and like really jumpy, and yeah. But I mean that in a good way though. Like he seems very positive.
Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, he totally cried when when one of his teammates, Shoma, I think, won silver in the men's.
Oh,
and he was like totally happy for him, and I was happy for the both of them. So it was a shared. So it's like I won too, really.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and also the Canadian team. So the Shib Sibs were great. Oh man, I'm so happy they won third. And because, a lot of pairs ice skating, I can understand how difficult that is if you're not like a couple, or if you're even if you're related to each other, because there's a lot of moves that you can't do because you're siblings. So the fact that they were able to pull some cool things off and get third is pretty amazing.
What do you mean you can't do moves because you're siblings?
So it's not that you can't do moves, but there's a lot of like couple looking moves that you can't portray if you're related or siblings with each other. Like is
that like a rule?
It's not a rule. I think it's just more. You gotta admit, it is kind of awkward.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be really awkward. Like some of the moves that the Canadian team was so good. So the Canadian team, I think Mauer and Virtue. Yeah, I know all the names, people. So
super fan,
dude. Super fan of the Olympics. I'm part of the Olympics fandom. When they skate, they're friends, but they're not related to each other. So there's a lot of things that they can do because, like, for example, like the ways that Mauer holds Virtue, Not to say that like it's like it looks like really like sexual, but it's just like there's like some like lifts can be accomplished versus like the shib-sibs where they're related, and that would be weird if Alex held Maya that way, you know, that type of thing. So
yeah, it's more like suggestive, if anything.
Yeah, it's suggestive.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. And also, God, curling was the big hit for me this Olympics.
Oh yeah.
I watched the men's curling, I watched the women's curling, and they were both amazing underdog stories. And it was so awesome. Those dads. I know. I don't know if did you follow curling?
I did not, actually.
So a quick summary, the men's curling, the US team was basically about to be eliminated. And they had been eliminated for like 3 Olympics in a row or 2 Olympics in a row. And then what ended up happening was after their elimination game, they won. And they even beat Canada, who is the top team. And they ended up, like a lot of announcers and media like crowned them as, like they're the losers and they're not going to win. And they ended up getting first place against
Sweden. They got the gold.
Yeah, they got the gold. So, and the underdog story for the women's was the South Korean team, because a lot of media was talking about the Western teams like Sweden. Sweden ended up getting gold for the women's, and nice. South Korea got silver. But everyone was like, America, like Canada, Sweden, and then all of a sudden, this South Korean team that no one really expected much from rose from the ashes and beat Japan and beat like Canada and like all these teams, and it was like inspirational. So yeah, curling is fucking inspirational, guys. The Olympics is amazing. That's all I have to say.
I don't want to build off of that because that could be drawn out, but yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, totally. And also, I finished the entire season 4 of BoJack Horseman. I don't know if you watched that.
I don't actually.
Oh, okay. It's like the way I like to describe it is it's a Rick and Morty, but it's much more. It's like Rick and Morty and Archer if they were combined, in a sense that it's about a bunch of people who work together that have feelings about their growth and like satisfaction of their lives. And season 4, for any listeners, God, that shit made me cry. I don't know if it made anyone cry, but that ending with Hollyhock and BoJack was like beautiful. And that's all. That's all I'll say. If you ever are interested in watching the show, I think it's really nice. Good.
I mean, that does sound like something I'll be interested in. I do love Archer and Rick and Morty.
Yeah. I only compare it to Archer because it feels like a workplace comedy of sorts.
Oh, okay.
So
that's also animated.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's what I'm watching. That's what the reasons I haven't been playing video games. So
yeah, no, you've been like full on TV media. Let's go.
Full on Olympics love child, I know. But
Olympics love child.
Yes. But I can talk about Shadow of the Colossus for a little bit. I want to say I'm on the 5th Colossi. What is the Colossus actually is the single form and Colossi is the plural form. Anyways, that game is fun, but it's like I have to play it in spurts because it's making me really dizzy. When I have to, especially when I'm on Aggro the horse, it really hurts my eyes, and movement is really rough, and the camera sometimes. So, man, that game makes me really nauseous occasionally. But it's a good game. I know that the everything has been very straightforward so far. I know that the plot actually picks up at some point, but I don't know when that is yet. But so far, everything's actually pretty good with that game.
Cool.
Yes.
And overall, it's a really good single-player story that you
recommend.
Yeah,
totally. Overall, it's a very, like, if I actually played this game straight, I could actually probably finish this in a day. So, I play this in like sprints of 30 minutes. It's actually very, very easy to play when you finally understand gripping and how to use the controls.
Okay.
Yeah. Which took like fucking forever for me to figure out, but it's a really good game in my opinion if you want a light storyline that's short. So,
how long is the game overall? How many hours?
I've read that this game can be between 15 and 20 hours.
15 and 20? Huh.
Sometime, and there's actually quite a few people who can finish this game in less than 10.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, a short time. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool. My brother got me Doom for my birthday, the 2016 version, and I've been playing that in short spurts as well, and it's pretty cool. The single player is fun. I haven't played multiplayer yet, and it's a really fast-paced single player shooter. So you really have to learn to not press reload all the time because you don't reload in that game.
Okay.
And it's very like old school type of shooter, just run and gun. It's kind of like the old Doom or like Serious Sam or Quake, where you just run around and you're moving at a very high speed and you just shoot things as they appear.
Got it.
It's really fun. It's the same thing over and over again, but it doesn't feel old after a while. So I think maybe it's just me right now in the state that I am, where I'm just so busy that I'm just playing a game and I just get as much enjoyment out of it as possible because it's just really short.
Yeah. How short is that game?
I don't know. I think it's like the single player campaign might be like 10 hours or 15 hours.
That's not too bad.
Well, because I think the focus is also on multiplayer too.
I remember I was watching my cousin play Doom one time, and
the old one or the new one?
It was a new one. I want to say it was one that I want to say it was it 2004? Did Doom come out in 2004?
It's probably Doom 3 that you're thinking of.
Okay. It actually kind of scared me when I was watching it. The like 30 minutes I was watching my cousin play. So I don't know if the game really is like that, but it was just in that short snippet of the boss battle that I was kind of freaked out.
That Doom game, there's a lot of like jump scares and like it has a more horror element to it.
I see.
This Doom game is more of akin to the very first game, where it's like run around and kill things, and they are scary looking, but you get bigger and bigger guns as the game progresses, and you get to fight these monsters with these big guns, so you're not really afraid of them anymore.
Got it.
So yeah, I've been playing that, and that's all the news I have. I don't really have anything updating in my video game life right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, same here. But Jeremy and I have a very disappointing to the point that I can't believe it happened.
I checked yesterday and it's still in the same state.
Like, wait, you mean I can actually download the demo?
You cannot.
Okay. Damn.
So for some context, the Yakuza 6 demo was pulled from the store the day it was released because Sega accidentally leaked the full game on the store.
And I think I'm just sort of lightweight mad because I woke up that morning and I said, the demo's out. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download it this morning while I'm at work so I come back and it's there. But then I was like, nah, I'm going to do it after work. If I did it that morning, I would have gotten the damn game. The entire game. For free.
Well, disclaimer, we've also both bought the After Hours Premium Edition, which is the highest level of like special edition video game for Yakuza 6. So we are still contributing our money to the game, but if we had both gotten the game for free, we would be talking about the game right now.
Oh yeah, we would totally be talking about it. Oh god, I can't believe Sega kind of messed up that much.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing too. The community has been very, very positive about this. They've been really like understanding that this happened, whereas other game franchise communities are very like, why the hell did you do this? Imagine if this is like a Call of Duty thing, like let's say Call of Duty, I'd say Activision released Call of Duty like like a demo, but it was actually the full game, then everyone will be capitalizing on that. With the Yakuza series, everyone has been really, really kind towards Sega, even though they admit that Sega has messed up, and Sega also has admitted that they messed up. But the community's like, yeah, we're still planning to buy the game, even though we have it for free. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Mind you, not everyone in the community is like this, but it's more of the people who are outspoken about it are very like, yeah, we're like, we're still going to give you money, Sega, because in my opinion, I would, even if I did get this game for free, I would still give Sega my money because I want to see the future of the franchise with Kiwami 2 being localized, and I want more and more Yakuza games to be localized in the West. So if I'm not doing that, if I'm not giving Sega my money, then I'm not getting those games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of localization, so I initially thought that the game was delayed because they didn't finish localizing, but I'm finding out from reading people's opinions about the demo and people actually finishing the demo that the entire thing was translated and finished. On top of that, I was listening to Podcast Beyond, and Max was saying that he's confused why Yakuza got delayed because he already has a copy of it.
Huh.
And now I'm like, I think this game's actually done. And I don't know why this game's delayed anymore.
Yeah. I don't know either, to be honest. Maybe it's a marketing thing. Maybe it could be a lot of reasons. But it does sound like it's done already. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put the full game.
It's true.
Already translated.
It's very true. So.
And for those listening, they did put the full game up, and they didn't. It's like Sega didn't make a mistake by putting the full game up. That was their intention. What their intention was to have you play until a certain segment and then cut it off and say buy the full game when it releases. And they put the full game there because they wanted users to play the full game or play the demo, still have your save file, and when the full game is released, you can unlock the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is Sega's fault, but the way they handled it was really well done, I think. And so they're still letting people who have the full game play it. Your account won't be banned if you have the full game already. And your trophies might not cross over. I think that's what the case was. Like you could still play and get all the trophies, but once the full game releases, I think it wipes the slate clean, so you'll have to play the game over again and get all the trophies. Which is really annoying, I understand, but that's just the way Sega has to do this.
Yeah. That being said, still hyped. Yeah. Hype is still real.
Yeah, no. It's coming out next month. So we're still getting it. The demo will hopefully be released before then. If we don't get the demo, I'm still okay with, getting just the full game and playing it blind.
Yeah, look, because I might actually, because I plan on finishing Shadow of the Colossus sometime this month, and then I'm actually going to start, like I said, I'm going to start Yakuza 5, and I'm actually going to start, playing Okami HD.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, at this point, I actually don't mind anymore if the demo doesn't come out, so... It's all good in the hood.
Yeah,
Sega.
no, I got things to play too. Yeah, no, seriously.
It's all good in the hood.
Like, Sega, just take your time, we're over here just waiting.
Just
let us bide our time. Yeah, no, I got other things to play too. I still got to finish Tomb Raider. I'm going to finish Doom.
Yeah.
Once I finish Doom, I'll finish Tomb Raider because Doom is a shorter game.
For sure.
And then I will continue playing Celeste, and once Yakuza 6 comes out, I'll try to play Celeste and Yakuza simultaneously, but I know most of my time will be devoted to Yakuza 6.
Oh yeah, totally. Speaking of news, I just have a list of news on this article, and I'm just going to read it out to you, since This is actually my first time reading some of the things. So, God of War, the PS4 Pro edition, just got released, what it looks like, and it's pretty. It's a very pretty PlayStation. It's silver, and I believe it has, actually, I don't follow God of the War that much, so I don't know what this emblem is on top, but it's like silver, like a silver bluish gold, and it looks cool. Also, South Park, Fractured But Whole, actually From Dusk Till Casa Bonita DLC is coming out on March 20th. They announced PlayStation's Detroit Become Human. That's actually coming out May 25th of this year.
Oh, good.
Which
yeah.
Which I thought was gonna come out in the summer. I would have actually preferred it to come in the summer, but that's okay. Last but not least, this set of news. What's your opinion about this? So the rating system, I forgot what they're called. They're going to now require video games label if they have microtransactions on it.
Okay. I think that's fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a huge fan of microtransactions. I don't think a lot of people are.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a good thing because then it'll, one, for parents buying games for their kids, they'll maybe think twice about it because I'm sure there's a lot of kids who steal their parents' credit cards.
Oh, I was thinking
buy those skins, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And two, it's a lot for a lot of people who are both hardcore and casual gamers. They can immediately see the label and like be like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to play this game because I don't want to spend more money on top of this."
Yeah. Exactly. I don't see anything wrong with adding an additional label. I'm sure the video game community is gonna find some reason to be pissed off about this because that's what the video game community does. But really, there's not much. There's really not much to say about this aside from now you'll know if it has microtransactions or not, and to me that's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good thing. To be honest, we finally we get something like this.
I know, and
it's about time.
Yep, exactly, and that's all the video game news that I see for today.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I just wanted to talk about my frustration with the Yakuza demo.
Cool.
I actually the day when I texted you about it, I actually forgot that the demo came out that day until I went to the Yakuza subreddit and I was looking at it and everyone was like saying like how it was, leaked, how the full game was leaked and how that demo was going to be delayed. So then I forgot about that day. So I'm not really that like frustrated about it, but I am frustrated that the demo was pushed.
Is the demo even gonna? Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't even know if the demo's coming out anymore.
That's whatever. It's fine. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the news I have.
Cool. So let's go on to questiones.
So first up, from our good friend Hooded Dude. Hooded Dude, I hope you're doing well, sir.
Yes.
Their comment/question is, "What? That was a crazy story, Jeremy," in reference to podcast episode 39. Happy birthday to you both. Thank you. Quick question. I know Alyssa discovered the Yakuza series through Jeremy, but how did he discover it? That is a great question, Hooded Dude. A long time ago, in January 2017, I watch a lot of YouTube gamers, and so a lot of them were talking about this new Yakuza game called Zero. And mind you, I haven't really played any of the Yakuza games until that point, and I've talked about this extensively before. But I've always been aware of the series because in 2004, or maybe 5, that's when the first Yakuza game came out, but that's also when G4 TV was around. And if you guys don't know what G4 TV is, it stands for games, three other G's. You know what? Okay, I'm not gonna go into this. It was basically a video game TV channel that was on from like 2000 something until 2012, and they would review games, and this is way before people on YouTube started doing this because this is like pre-YouTube still. And they would talk about the Yakuza series and definitely like go into depth about the first Yakuza game and the second Yakuza game on PS2 and PS1. Oh, no, it was just PS2 because they had an all English voice cast. And fun fact, Mark Hamill was the voice of Majima. So I thought that was really interesting.
What?
Because he's also the Joker in the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
He also played another crazy character. So I thought that was really cool. And mind you, Yakuza 1 and Yakuza 2 at the time were only in English. They only had the English dub because Sega was afraid that audiences wouldn't understand the game culturally since it was all, Japanese based. It was based in Japan and everything about the game was Japanese. So they at least wanted to have some English voices in the game. But so I was always aware of the Yakuza franchise. I just didn't play it until Zero. And again, I found out about Zero through just various YouTubers talking about the game and how much fun they had playing it. And I was like, huh, I kind of want to pick this up and play it because it's literally the very first point before all the other batshit crazy stuff happens in the rest of the franchise. So, and once I played it, I was hooked, and I had advocated this heavily to Alyssa, and she picked it up, and we just couldn't stop talking about it, and here we are today.
Yakuza 6 gonna be lit, guys. So.
Oh, cannot wait. I'm so excited.
If you're tired of listening to that over and over.
Yeah. So we are gonna have some fun.
I know. Thanks for the comment, Hooded Dude, and thank you for the birthday wishes.
Yeah, thank you.
The last question is from Anonymous, and it goes, "Hi, Alyssa and Jeremy. Do you two play and watch Life is Strange? If you do, what do you think about it?" So my answer, unfortunately, is no. I don't know. I don't play Life is, or watch, or, I mean, because it's a graphic novel, right?
Technically, it's a visual graphic novel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it, actually. So I'm a no there.
I am in the same boat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know the game. I only see snippets of it on YouTube and the trailer. I watched the trailer for the game. I watched its reveal trailer in E3. Other than that, I have no clue what it's about. Other than there's like a second season technically of the game. I think it was called like season 2 or something, or maybe just part 2 or Life is Strange 2. But no, yeah, sorry, Anonymous.
Just to run through it, it looks like this game is about a 12th grade student attending Blackwell Academy during October 2013. And I don't want to read much into it because it looks like there's a lot of spoilers in this Wikipedia description.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. I don't play graphic novels too much. I do play them, but not a lot. It's not my choice game.
I agree, and my reason is because I want to interact with a video game, and if I can't interact with a game on a personal level, rather than just an emotional level, because I feel like watching like a Telltale game is more like you're invested in the characters as you are in a TV show, so there's like a certain amount of emotions that you're trying to put onto these characters, then yeah, it's just hard for me to grasp the game overall. And then, you know what, that's just how there's other people that play these games and love them, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not our cup of tea.
Yeah, for sure. But maybe we'll give this a shot in the future.
Yeah, maybe you and I just have to sit down and play it together, Lisa, and then we can
for a let's play.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that ends our very quick podcast of this week, and we will have more video game related things to talk about, hopefully, and hopefully next week.
Yeah, more to come.
More to come. Oh, one announcement. On the blog triangle-c.blog. We scored a quick interview with Dan Paladin, who is the co-founder and the art director for The Behemoth, and they created Pit People, which just came out as a full game release last Friday.
Ooh. Congrats to them.
Yes, and so I sent in a few questions to Dan, and he answered them, and they're featured. So, yeah, go ahead and look at that article. Happy March!
Yeah, happy March.
We're already on March.
Ugh, already the third month in a year.
I know.
Man, February is way too short.
Oh, yeah, no love for February.
I know.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Where are my Aquarius at?
I know.
Where you at, Tinashe? Where you at?
Okay, before we sign off, Tinashe is actually going to release a new album this year.
I saw that. Yeah. And she's doing a concert in the Bay Area.
I saw that. Actually, I swear to God, I think the concert's on Thursday, like this upcoming Thursday.
Yeah, I think you're right too. I haven't looked into it. I'm just like, oh, Tanashi has a concert in the Bay Area. I was like, when is that? And then I just disregarded the date.
I know.
But I think you're right.
This has been the 42nd episode of Downtime Podcast.
42!
All right, we'll see you all next week.